Welcome to Your Condo Connection, the CCI video series designed to assist condominium purchasers and owners. Today we're joined by Lisa Kay. Welcome, Lisa. We're so glad you could come and join us today. Lisa, you've been a longtime service provider in the industry in a couple of different roles. You're a director on the board of directors for CCI and certainly an activist in the industry. So I think that qualifies you as an expert. So we're glad that you're here. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Once somebody's made a decision to purchase a condominium, how do they go about finding one that's right for them? It seems daunting. Can we make it a little easier for them?
Well, there are a lot of things to consider in purchasing a condo, just like there are a lot of things to consider when you're purchasing a house. So first of all, cost. The affordability of the unit itself. And then in a condominium, there are maintenance fees. So maintenance fees, can vary, and you need to understand if maintenance fees are affordable to you. The next thing is location. So does it have close proximity to schools, to your work, to parks? Amenities are something else to consider. Do you need a workout facility? Would you like a pool, or none of the above? And security. Does it have 24-hour security? Is that important to you? The last thing I would consider, well, not the last thing, but one of the other things I'd consider are the demographics of the building. So are there lots of children in the building? Does that suit your needs? Are there young people in the building? Oftentimes you'll see condos will have certain people or certain demographics gravitate towards that. So you need to understand if that's a building that you want to live in.
Oh, very helpful. But I didn't hear you talk about pets, and it seems every time I pick up the newspaper or I'm watching the news, I'm hearing something about condos and pets. What do people need to know?
Well, pets are certainly something to consider. There are lots of pet owners out there and lots of buildings that are accepting pets. So if you're a pet owner, you need to understand if your building will accept pets, and does your pet, qualify in the restrictions. There's usually size restrictions, number restrictions, so you need to understand that. And you can do that by referring to the condo bylaws and the rules of the condominium. And then conversely, if you're not a pet owner and don't particularly like pets, because you do have to be somewhat tolerant, inevitably you're going to be stuck in an elevator with a dog, and if that doesn't suit you, that might not be the place that you want to live.
Well, that's a lot. And you talked a little bit about bylaws and rules. Where would someone even start to look to get all of the answers to those kinds of questions?
Well, when I purchased my condominium, the thing that I did was when I found the area that I wanted to live in, I engaged with a reputable real estate agent who knew the area very well and knew and did work in condominiums and knew the condominiums that were in the area that I was looking at. So that was very helpful. I also looked at the condominium's website, so to get an understanding of what amenities they had or didn't have, and what the building itself looked like. And finally, when you sort of narrow things down and you pick the building that you're interested in, and perhaps even narrow it down further and pick a unit, you need to look at the status certificate for that particular unit. That will give you some information on the condo itself and that particular unit. And along with that comes other documentation such as financial statements and reserve fund studies. And that's also, an important documents for you to look at when you're purchasing your unit. Property managers, property management companies, is a reputable property management company managing that particular building, or are they self-managed? That's something to consider as well. And lastly, I would spend some time in the neighborhood. If there's a Starbucks nearby, or if there's a park nearby, or go for a walk in the neighborhood and see if that area and that building would suit you.
Wow, that's a lot of information. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for coming today and sharing that with us. We hope that this information will help you a little bit in understanding how to choose the right condominium. And until next time, I'm Murray Johnson, and this has been Your Condo Connection.